Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to record a specific window or a specific app by showing the previews of all the windows or apps which are opened on the user's macOS device, and then asking the user to pick a specific window and record that specific window / app. Now I have already made a video on this, like how to record a specific window, but the problem with that tutorial was I was displaying list of all the windows which are available on the user's device, and then the user will have to manually type the ID of the device which he wants to record, which is not a really good approach. So I am doing this again so that I can show you the preview. Now the problem with this tutorial is everything is done on native side. There is very little Flutter code. But yeah, that's what this is. Again, I will be using ScreenCaptureKit for recording this session. So yeah, let's get started. I'll show you the output at the very end because I need to clarify a few things, otherwise it might get little confusing. So here, as you can see, I have created a Flutter project. I have refactored the home page widget inside our main.dart file. It is a stateful widget, and here we take the width and height. I have assigned some background color. Do assign background color for now to your scaffold, otherwise the button won't be visible. And here I have this safe area size box. I have passed the width and height, and here is our macOS custom widget which I have created. So coming back to our macOS view, so it has one identifier. I will use the same identifier on native macOS side as well. It is a stateful widget. If the platform is macOS, then I display this AppKit view, otherwise for all other platforms I display a placeholder. Now you will have to open the XE workspace of macOS inside Xcode. I have already done that. Firstly, you will have to go to your project, and here you will have to update the minimum deployment target to at least 13 over here, as well as over here you will have to update it to 13. Then go to sign in and capabilities, and inside app sandbox make sure you check this audio input, as we want to record the audio as well. And here here inside downloads folder, make sure you check this read write option, select this. Same for app sandbox release as well, check this audio input and read write option as well as over here, and for profile as well, audio input, read write option. Now coming back to our actual code, firstly we'll have to go to main Flutter window. Okay, so here we are registering our view. Now I am using the same identifier which I have used here on Flutter side as well, so use the same identifier, and here we are referencing a Swift file called my macOS view native view factory. So I have created a Swift file for that. I'll show you that in a bit, but before that, create this window preview item Swift file. So here I have imported ScreenCaptureKit. I have extending from NS collection view item. Now to display all the previews, like there could be hundreds of apps or windows open on the user's macOS device. That's why I'm using NS collection views to display all of them, which could lead to better performance. Here is our window preview view, which I will show you shortly. Here I am just setting some background color. Once we have the window preview view, we just assign the bounds to it. Do remember this width and height, because we will be using the same width and height for our collection view as well. And here frames per second, I have just kept it as 5 because we don't want good performance for preview screens. We only want good performance when we are actually recording it. Queue depth also I have kept it to 3. Show cursor I have kept it to show. Capture audio I have kept it to false for those preview views, but when we are actually recording we will capture the audio. And here we are just setting our preview, and this is for stopping our stream. Now create another Swift file called window preview view. Again I have extended SC stream output. I have initialized this. I have call up setup stream as well, and here is our stream. Then I have created our image buffer. Again, I am not really good at this, even I have copy pasted this code. So yeah, maybe you can do the same thing. Next, here I have created this my macOS view native view factory. I have imported ScreenCaptureKit, AV foundation as well as AVF audio. Then here we are extending collection view data source, collection view delegate, and this is for ScreenCaptureKit. Here then you can see this is our parent view, this is our collection view, this is the content filter. This will actually hold all the preview views. Then this is boilerplate code which we have to write. Here we create one button start, here we create another button stop, then we just do ns layout constant for stop and start button. Then here we set up our collection view. So I'm using the same width and height which we had set up for our preview view. It is hidden by default. and here we set up our delegate and data source, and is selectable, make this as true, because otherwise once you click on it you won't get the click listener for collection view if you don't set is selectable to true. Here we register our cell. Then the collection view requires a scroll view, so that's why I have created this and some NS layout constraints. So once the start button is clicked, we display our if start button is clicked, so I'm using the same method both for start and stop button. That's why I have added this sender.title start. So once that is clicked, we show our collection view and start capturing. If you have clicked the stopped button, there are two scenarios. So suppose if your collection view is not hidden, so firstly we hide the collection view and stop all the streams. If your collection view is still showing, then we just stop the recording. Okay, so if the collection view is still showing, then we stop the previews for all the collection views. And if the collection, suppose if I select one of the item of the collection view, then I'm immediately dismissing the collection view and I will start the recording. Right now if you click on the stop button, it will stop the actual recording. But suppose I clicked on the start button, it will show all the collection view previews and I didn't select any of the preview. If I click on stop button, it will just stop the preview view. So once I show you the output, things would be a little more clearer to you. Then this is for start capturing. Now I am not capturing all the windows, so here you can see I have written some bundle identifiers. So this is the bundle identifier of my own app. I don't want to capture my own app, but maybe in your case it might be little different. But here I don't want the control center, dock and notification center, system UI server or window manager. So here firstly we start recording. In case we get an error, that means we don't have permission. So here we basically launch the settings app for the required permission. But if we have the permission, then we just assign it to our available content. Now we don't, you might have not seen this variable. I have defined it at the very bottom. I'll tell you later why. And here we get the valid windows. Then again this has been defined at the bottom, this myArray variable. So whatever windows we get, we assign this description to our myArray variable. This would be helpful because once the user picks an item from collection preview, we actually require the window ID for that thing. That's why I'm using this myArray. And here we get the content filters to display all the previews inside our collection view. Okay, then here we are overriding these two methods. Here we are displaying each and every cell. Here once an item is selected, we just loop over it. We stop the stream. We use the index path.item. Okay, and once we have the selected index, we assign it to this variable and start our recording. Okay, and again hide the collection view. Now again this entire thing is related to recording. This is not for displaying preview on our collection view. So again I'm not really good at this. I'll simply scroll through this. Even I have copy pasted this code from documentation. So basically when we start recording, we get the selected value, we get the actual window depending on what has been selected, and then start the recording. Here you can see we are recording by 60 frames per second, and here you can see we are also capturing the audio. This is for stopping the recording. This is for updating audio settings. This is for initializing the video. Again I'll just simply scroll through this. Here for closing our video. Then here we are overriding this particular method. Again I'm not really good at this. I'll simply scroll through this, and this is did stop with error. Now here I have defined two extensions. Again I'll simply scroll through this. So yeah, that's it for the code. Now there is one problem which I faced. Okay, so if you try to use Flutter run command or directly run it via Xcode, sometimes I face this issue, sometimes I didn't. I don't know whether it will work or now not this way. There is some other way from which you have to run your application. So I'm directly running via Xcode. You can run it via Flutter run command as well. I'll click on open anyway. Okay, and this is our app. I'll click on the start button. Okay, now it is working properly for me. So here you can see it is displaying this open system settings. If I click on it, here is our app. But sometimes what happens is that you don't get this particular dialog if you run it via Flutter run command or via Xcode, and that's why you don't see this particular thing, your app inside the system and screen recording. So in that case what you will have to do is you will just have to go to product, click on build. Once the build is completed, or do command B, here inside products you will see this. Okay, just click on show in finder and you can just double click on it to open your app. Okay, so I already have the app open, that's why it is displaying this. So if you faced issue in your app not getting displayed in the settings, so you will have to use this option. There is another option of archiving, but that won't work for me because I haven't paid $99 to Apple, but yeah, do remember there is this other option as well. So now if I click on start, here you can see this is my app being displayed. The user will have to give the permission. User will have to enter the password, given that this is a sensitive permission. He will have to click on modify settings. He will have to again click on quit and reopen. So it will automatically reopen my app. I don't have to run it again. I'll click on start, and here you can see it is displaying all the previews for me. So this is one of the windows, this is one of the windows, this is one, this is one, this is one, this is one, as well as this is one. Okay, now what I will do, I'll click on the stop button. I haven't clicked on any of the collection view item. I'll click on the stop button, and here you can see it hasn't started our recording yet because I didn't click on any of the item, but it has stopped showing us our the preview, as well as stopped the streams from our preview. Now again I'll click on start item, and I'll select this particular YouTube video. I'll play this video.
Scott and I cannot live without, just as people who work on computers, and they are good.
I have stopped the video, and at the very top also you can see that it has started this recording. Okay, again I'll go back to my app, I'll click on stop, and here you can see that symbol has disappeared of recording. Now the user can go to the downloads folder and see this recording. So I'll just play this recording.
Scott and I cannot live without, just as people who work on computers, and they are good.
So hopefully you got the point. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.